give out your ID number, because I think if I never given out my ID number, the last four digits of my ID, all this wouldn't have happened. Hello my beautiful people, welcome back on my channel. If you're new on this channel, I'm Waligonorin and I welcome you on my channel. I would like to inform you that you're not in a wrong place. Just feel at home, just be expecting a lot of things from this channel, and I'm Waligonorin. Yeah, and to all my turn-up subscribers, I would like to thank you so very much for your support, beautiful support you're giving me day to another day. I do really appreciate. Yeah, so today I'm going to be telling you about something which is really happening to me here in Dubai. It is kind of horrible. Yeah, I just hate it completely. Long time back I decided, I was like, no, I'll never talk about this. Yeah, but it stopped for a while, but I thought it stopped, but it never stopped. So it is still going on without me knowing, actually. So otherwise, if you have not yet subscribed on my channel, I would like to remind you, please kindly subscribe for me, and you like the video as well. Remember, whenever you like the video, you help it to move, and when it moves, there is someone who will need this very information. Maybe to help that person, that person will get this information. So kindly don't forget to like, yeah, comment, and you share it out. Yeah, share this video to anyone whom you know that is living in UAE, especially in Dubai, because whatever is happening completely is really horrible, and I think so many people, they would like to get this warning about this, so they just be aware of it. So one time, it was last year, I don't remember, maybe it was in September, I received some calls from Telecommunication here in Dubai. Yeah, as I traveled here, I've been here for some good years now. But as I traveled here, I got a card for using, yeah, because I have to make calls, so on and so forth. So I got a card to use. Now, as I got that card, it was well with me for the past 2 years. In fact, I say 3 years. It was good with me. I had no problem. I had no issue with them. But one time, I remember it was September last year, someone called me from Telecommunication and was like, hello, you are a winner. I was like, what have I won? And told me, your number has been chosen among the people who have been chosen. You're getting an offer from the company. And I was like, I'm sorry, I haven't participated in anything. How can I win? And the guy insisted on telling me whatever he was telling me. And I was like, no. He told me, just give us only your digits of your ID. Yeah, give us the digits of your ID, and that is all. And I was like, no, I haven't participated in anything. So the call ended. After like 1 week, another person called me telling me the same story. I refused it. I kept on refusing it all the way from September until in December. So in December, someone called me on a day which I don't remember so well right now. And that person who called me was like, hi mom, I would like to inform you that you've been chosen, your number was chosen like this and this. And I was like, oh, thank you so much, but I don't need that service. I explained. And it was like, because they were telling me you get calls, international calls, so on and so forth. And I was like, no, I don't need those things. I'm mainly using WhatsApp, so I have no people to call here and there, because even here in Dubai, my friends, I don't make direct calls to them. I don't. If I make a call, you just know there is something which is urgently which is over what too much important, and it can't wait. That is the only thing which can make me to make a call. But these people, they kept on calling me, and I kept on rejecting whatever they were offering me with, and they kept on insisting me. And another last person who called me asked me for, no, it is something free of charge. Why do you refuse this, sister? It is just something free of charge. It is just a matter, just give me your 4 digits of your Emirates ID. My heart told me, no, don't give out the number. But another came across into my mind, and I ended up giving out my 4 digits of my Emirates ID, and that is how everything started. And all this thing started completely in December, yeah, because they called me. I gave those numbers in December, so I didn't know that there was anything happening. So after that, I had to travel. I traveled to Bahrain. I remember I traveled to Bahrain for a week. I came back. I had to make a call in my country, and the person I had to call, I had to make a direct call, yeah. So as I called that person, I wondered, because I talked and the call was not getting disconnected. So I was like, oh, I think this is what the other guy talked about, that they're giving me an offer. Then I smiled a little bit. I was just like, oh, I almost lost it, because I was like, now I'm making calls for free. I made so many calls. I called home for almost 2 to 3 hours without the call getting disconnected. And as you know, international calls. But after like 2 weeks, I received a message that your bill is 114 dirham. I was like, oh, they've been counting me. So I came to know about that, because even my data was working. Yeah, my data was working, yet I had no credit on my card, and everything was just a miracle. I was like, how comes everything is happening like that? But after I was recalling that the guy told me that they are going to give me something free of charge, and then after that, I was like, okay, I have to pay this. So I didn't open data anymore. I never made a call to anyone anymore, completely. Then after I went to pay that money, as I reached to pay the 114 dirham, I reached there to the place to pay that money. They told me, no, you're supposed to pay 400. I was like, no, they told me 200, 206. And I was like, no, it is just 100. Even I opened the SMS that, it is just 100. They told me, no, it is 300, 200, 300. I was like, I don't understand this. So I left the place and I came back home. As I came back home, those people the next day, they called me that your number is going to be disconnected because of overdue bill. And I was like, I'm lucky that you have called me. I would like to know about everything. They told me you signed up a contract. There's that contract. You have to be paying 200 every month. Every month you pay 208 dirham. You have to be paying that money. And I was like, whom did I sign with the contract? I've never signed anywhere. So I told them I would like to see where I signed exactly. If, okay, yes, I signed, I would like to see where did I sign, because ever much I don't drink, I don't use anything. How comes I signed anything which I don't know? Was that a dream? I was like, no, I've never signed anything, if I to remember everything. Then from that particular moment, the guy told me, okay, you have to pay. This is the money you're supposed to pay. I was like, oh God. So I explained it to my sisters, and they were just like, oh my goodness, how comes you're in such things like these ones? And what can I say? I had nothing to explain, but I just told them the whole story as I'm just saying it right now. And those people, after all, the money kept on increasing, that the 200 for January, the 200 for February, the 100 was for December, that is over 500. So then I was in March. And they told me, you pay before March, because if you reach in March, it is going to add on another 200. So I was like, this has become horrible. So as it was, still 300, I went to pay that money. I was like, okay, let me go back and I pay this money. So I solve out everything, because I don't need the service and I never asked for it. I read there seriously and telling those people to cut whatever it was from my phone. They told me I have to pay for the cancellation. And I was like, what am I cancelling from? And how can I cancel something which I haven't processed? Then I told them, you're the one who processed without me, so it is better you rather cancel it out. I don't need to do anything, because you're the one who created it, so you can cancel it out. Those people, they refused. They told me I have to pay the cancellation, which the cancellation was over 400 dirhams. In total, I had to pay something, it was over 700 by that time. And I was like, no, I don't have that money completely. So we went into April. So I had to make sure that I cross everything, whatever it was, before I reach 7th April. Because they told me every month is adding until if we reach on 7th, another bill is coming on me. If we reach on 7th, another bill comes on me. So by all means, I had to make sure that I go and I cross whatever it was to reach on the whatever I went to. They told me you have to go to the big one. I remember I went to Dubai Mall. I took a lot of time there, and I reached to pay the money. They told me it is not only 700, you have to pay 900. Oh my goodness, I almost lost my mind completely. Those people, they're the only people who have ever made me to cry in Dubai in public. I'd never, that was my first time to cry in public completely, because I was just like, this thing is just increasing day to another day. I've never done anything, I've never participated, I've never asked for anything. Even the contract, they are telling me that I signed the contract, I'd never signed anywhere. Even though I asked them that you show me where I signed, completely they don't have anywhere to show me that Noreen, you signed here. That particular time they told me to pay 900, and I had 700 only for that. So I moved towards home. The next day, I moved to the Emirates Mall because Emirates was near to me. So I moved to Emirates Mall. As I reached to the Emirates Mall, I reached there and as I reached to the Emirates Mall, I told them everything. Then they told me, we are going to call you. I remember even I made a complaint to the TRDA. Yeah, I made a complaint there through the UAE pass. Then they told me they are going to call me. Those people, they called me out and they told me it's okay. Then because I told them, you listen to the person who called me, because I know you record everything. You listen to the person who called me, and if that person has ever told me that I'm supposed to be paying 200 every month, I'll pay that money. But if that person has never told me anything like that, I'll not pay that money. And the man was so much arrogant. It's okay, ma'am. You are free to pay. If you want to pay, pay. If you don't want to pay, leave. And I was just like, oh my goodness, I lost my mind once again. And I was like, this is completely horrible. Because I never expected myself to be in such like that. And I was in it completely. And I was just like, oh my goodness, I couldn't explain anything. I remember I moved around the mall and I was just like, I was losing my mind. Because it was to be fine if I was to be using that money. But I never used any single money. Seriously, the Duke company, they are not fair at all. They're not fair at all. Because you can't produce the service and you give it to someone who has never asked for that service, and still you make that person to pay the money for free. Completely. And that person explained it to you completely everything and ask you for the proof. Where did I sign? And you haven't done anything. And the worst part of it, among all, when I'm here and I say, let me call that company, and I talk to them, to the care service, you can't get them. Ella, you can make a call and they be, hey, chi. Then after they will tell you, thank you for calling, bye. And they say bye to you. You can't call them. By all means, you have to go there. Yet you have to be at your workplace. You have no time completely. They are the ones who put for you their nonsense without you knowing about anything. You have tried to reach them so many times, so they close whatever it is, and they are not working upon anything completely. Kale that do people, I don't know completely. So I paid the 900 as I went to the Emirates, and I paid the 900 to cross everything, whatever it was. And after crossing that after paying them that 900 to cross everything, and they told me everything was closed. No, they told me to pay the 900 plus the cancellation. And I told them I will not pay the cancellation because I never asked for the service. I thank God they listened to me. I didn't pay for that. But still, they never helped in. Because I told them to cancel whatever it was, and they never did that. And then after all, I remember it was 13th April, I received the messages. I'm going to post them here. I received the messages that you have completely removed, cancelled, whatever it was. And I was like, ew, God is good. Everything is solved out. So, but still I'd given them my money. It was for free. That is the main paining thing completely about everything. It was so much painful that I gave them money for free. But I was just like, okay, whatever the case, good enough, everything is solved out. It is not going to happen again. Now, recently, on 5th, this very month of June, I received another message when they're telling me, dear customer, your bill from 5th, your bill from 6 May to what? Yeah, they told me from the time I cancelled till where I am. They sent me another message that I have a bill of 465.5. And I was just like, what is really going on? I tried to call them. They never picked up. I tried to contact them. It never worked. I went to them. They told me, they gave me a reference number which is not responding, because I was like, no, I have to report this as a case. Then as I was reporting it, they told me I have to give in a reference number. I used the reference number what those people gave me. The reference number is invalid. It can't respond. It doesn't work. So that means I have to get a day, and I go back to the Emirates Mall on the same issue. You get? And another thing, that was part of it, they told me, yes, I'm seeing the message. Okay, but before actually leaving, you told me the message which they sent me about the 465, it is supposed to be paid because of what? Of course, I paid the money they told me to pay is what I paid, and they told me everything was done. Because not for real, I'm worried, because last time still it started like that, and they made me to pay a lot of money which I was not having, and however much still if I was to be having it, you can't be paying for something which you don't really understand, and even you don't really using the service. To be solved. Okay. So they're gonna call me today? Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. As I went there, that they are going to call me in 24 hours. And I was like, really? They told me, yes, in 24 hours, we're going to call you. And guess what? Those people, they never called. Yeah, because 24 hours passed yesterday. That 24 hours. Seriously. Now it is 48 hours. They haven't called. And instead of calling me, yesterday in the night, they sent me another SMS that within 7 hours, my contact, my number, my line, it will be fully disconnected. Then which kind of nonsense is that? So I would like to use this chance which I'm having. If you know that you're watching this video, and if you know that you're having anyone who's staying in Dubai, or if you know that you're having anyone who's staying in Dubai, you can share this video to that person, and they just be aware of that. Because completely, I think there might be someone who can just go this. So if it is happening like this, and you see that there is something horrible which is going to happen like this, you just stay warned, and you just be aware of anything. So no need to talk to those people or accepting anything, and never ever give out your ID number, because I think if I never given out my ID number, the last 4 digits of my ID, all this wouldn't have happened. And my worry is, I was told that if you are being demanded any single coin, they add that money on your Emirates ID. So that is my worst worry, actually. That is the main worries I'm having and I'm holding with myself. I don't know. I'm just like, I just throw away the line. If I throw it away, will it really solve the problem? And another thing, if they disconnect the line, are they going to keep on adding the money on myself? Because I remember last time they disconnected the line and I was having a card for months, like 2 months without me using it, but still they were adding money on it. So my beautiful people, if you've been watching this video from the beginning, I would like thank you so very much for your support. Thank you for watching. And please, if you know that you're having someone or any relative or a friend who's living around Dubai, you just share this video to that person. Maybe it can help that person out. Maybe it will save that person. Yeah, because actually I refused to share this out until it came in once again, and I was just like, no, I think it is worthy to be shared out. It can be a warning to someone else, so people, they just stay aware of whatever's being happening completely, because it is really, really unfair. And I don't know. Otherwise, thank you so very much for watching. I remain Wali Gonorin, and if you have not yet subscribed, please, I do remind you to subscribe. I have overtalked, even if I feel like I'm losing my sound. It is really, really, really annoying. Yeah. So if you have not yet subscribed for me, kindly, I do remind you to subscribe for me. I love you so much. I remain Wali Gonorin. Bye bye.